Hey Israel, it's your girl SHAMAR. Back at it again this week, working to dispel another lie. Yes, we are, guys. Israel, let's cruise away from here. Don't be confused. The way is clear. Alright, guys. This clown in the back represents to me the patriarchy. It really does. It represents the patriarchy. And this pill they've tried to get us to swallow. Such an absurd concept, right? It's absurd. And these clowns with their pens, they're going to be exposed, guys. That's what we're doing right now. We expose them every week. For the clowns, they are. Okay? The absurdity of it all. That's all I can say is the absurdity of it all. To get you to believe that it's all about your father when it ain't. Because Israel, you are, this gonna be crude, y'all. I have no other way of doing it though. You are what your mama's vajayjay is. Okay? Plain and simple. Whatever your mama was and that canal you came out of, that's what you are. Okay, guys, because she is the one carrying the seed. She is the one the seeds originated with. They are with her from birth. Okay, guys? Now, I focus a lot on the women. I know I do. There's a chosen male line, too, guys, that comes through this chosen woman. Right, guys? And there is something for a woman to inherit from her father in very specific instances. And that's called bi-parental inheritance of mitochondria. You're not inheriting anything besides the mitochondria. Matter of fact, the men's semen is coming like the fat contribution of the body. All right. Shout out to Mimi for that fat of the earth verse that she dropped. Shemen and semen are one and the same, guys, and shemen is the oil. All right, guys. So do your own research on that. I can't touch everything, guys. You know what I'm saying? Do your research on that. Let the tribe know what you're finding, guys. I encourage you. All right. But long story short, you are your mama's for JJ, and I'm going to prove that today. I'm going to get rid of the absurdity of it all today here on the front line. All right. We might touch on some things we've touched on already, and I might keep y'all a little longer. But what else you got to do? Huh? Than to find out about the absurdity of it all and this lie when it should be the maternity of it all. All right, guys, you your mama's for JJ. So if Ruth is a Moabite, then David is a what? All together now. Come on, y'all, stop playing games with yourselves. Y'all know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna prove it to y'all today. Let's go to, I want to say it's wrong folder. It's this folder. Let's talk about these clowns. Last week I revealed a clown in your drunk unk, the KJV, right? Spitting out all of that vomit, right? All of his lies, guys. All right, so this week I'm going to introduce to you guys where this all came from. How is the woman uh, given this new role of Ezer, right, guys? I want to go back real quick to Genesis 3 and 15, guys. I believe it's 15. This ain't going to take too long for me to guide y'all to where we're going with this. The maternity of it all. All right, guys? We're going to get rid of the absurdity of it all and get to the maternity of it all. Because for years we've swallowed down the absurdity of it all. Let's get to the real facts. Right? What woke Shamar up? How are we here on the front line? Shout out to this scripture right here. I will put enmity between thee and the woman. and thy seed, and her. Right there, guys. Her seed. All right. That's why we're here. Because the Creator said it was going to be her seed, right, guys? Somehow we didn't catch that verse, and all throughout the earth, everyone is praising the Father when the mama is the one holding you down. It's a great lie. That lie that Adam hid in its bosom. Check that out. Let's go to Sarah, right, guys? Because, see, something happened, right, guys? We all know the story. Sarah's name is changed from Sarai to Sarah. Abram is changed from Abram to Abraham, father of many nations, right? Father of many nations. How did he do that? He did that with Hagar, right, guys? He fathered many nations. And he wanted Ishmael to be raised up. But the Creator said, no, it's that child through Sarah that's going to be raised up. So somehow what I'm thinking happened was a biparental inheritance, right? It was something in Abraham, some sort of mitochondria contribution that was going to be made, sorry, not through Abraham, but through Isaac, right? It wouldn't have gone through Abraham because he wasn't, we weren't there with him. The promise is through his son. My bad, guys. So Isaac looks like to me he's going to have a biparental inheritance of a mitochondrial DNA X strand that he's going to pass on to his line. All right, guys? It's a very specific line that's able to do that through the males. Start researching biparental inheritance of mitochondria. All right, guys, so check this out. Sarah's name at first is Sarai, right? Sarai means contentious. What does Sarah mean? Princess, the Senate. Etymology from the root Sarah, a ruling body. Right? Ruling. From the word shara, to retain liquidity. She was given land, guys. That's her liquidity. Israel's related to Sarah only. Sarah, formerly known as Sarai, is the half-sister of Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. All right. Sarah's right here, we're going to scroll on down, is the fourth woman mentioned by name in the Bible and the first in the line of Seth. I want y'all to remember that name Seth, guys. It's going to come back later. Her name appears 4 times in the Greek New Testament, spelled Sarah. See the full New Testament concordance, it says, right? Sorry, guys, my little fan almost fell down. All right, let's go down here to the etymology. I think this is a real important verse right here. The retention of liquids, guys, liquidity in the economy. And I think that's funny, the retention of liquids, right? Because we always see the woman near the well. And I told you that this pipeline with the oil is entrusted to the woman. All right. I want to scroll past this BS that they're trying to tell us with this JC character right here, because of course they got to put their interpretation based off of their belief system, right? But let's go down to the noun right here. The noun means chief or ruler. Okay, guys? The chief or the ruler. Someone in whom society's wealth is concentrated. What did I tell y'all? Its feminine form, Sarah, denotes a princess, noble lady, or perhaps a ruling class. Collectively, the denominative verb means to be a chief. Okay, let's highlight that. So, let's keep on going because I like how this brings in the umbilical cord. It describes firmness in a negative sense and stubbornness. Refers to the umbilical cord. So all of this is linked to birth terms. So this can't be linked to the man, all right? Stop trying to steal the woman's right, which is to give birth and to be the mother of all the living, all right? The absurdity of it all is that it's actually the maternity of it all. She's the mother of all the living, guys. And it's showing you this right here in the name of Sarah. Uh, Abraham, I want to get to some verses about Abraham real quick, because Abraham is told, no, not right there, hold on. Let's go to right here, I believe. No, sorry, took out to the wrong. I must have put my stuff in the wrong order today, guys. No, I think it's in here. Let me see. Oh, I wanted the verses where the Creator tells Abraham, you are to call her chief, basically. The Creator tells Abraham, you're to call her chief. Get your act together. You are not the chief. She is. All right? That's what happened when the Creator named Sarah Sarai. Hold on. Sorry, guys. My episode seems a little all over the place, but bear with me. Here's a reason why I'm going to this. When I started, I told you your mama's vajayjay. There's a reason why. Check this out. Baby crowning. Everything you want to know, but are afraid to ask. You may not have heard, you may have heard, no, it says you may not have heard Johnny Cash's 1963 hit song, Ring of Fire. But if you've had a baby or are planning to in the near future, the term may be all too familiar. Crowning, right there, guys, is often referred to as the ring of fire. In the birthing process, it's when your baby's head becomes visible in the birth canal after you've fully dilated. It's the home stretch in more ways than one. Why does crowning get so much attention? When your cervix is fully stretched, that usually means that it's time to push your baby out into the world. Your mama did that for you. Okay, men? For some women, this is very exciting, relieving news. For others, however, crowning is painful or at the very least uncomfortable. All right. However, knowing what to expect during a vaginal delivery is powerful. All right, let's take a look at details about crowning. All right. So when your mama gives birth to you and you come out the canal, the first appearance of your head is referred to as crowning. All right, guys, why do you think that word is associated with birthing? Because it's your mama who crowns you, your nation. That's why. But we're going to act like we don't know these things because the men told us that that's not the case, right? But check this out. I love this verse in Proverbs. All of the precious sons become very acquainted with this verse in Proverbs. It's Proverbs 4. Please become acquainted with this. Teach this to your sons. Trust and believe me on this one. A father's wise instruction. Hear, O sons, a father's instruction, and be attentive that you may gain insight. For I give you good precepts. Do not forsake my teaching. When I was a son with my father tender, the only one in the sight of my mother, he taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast my words. Keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get insight. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guide you. That's your mama. The beginning of wisdom is this. Get wisdom. And whatever you get insight. Prize her highly, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place on your head a graceful garland. She will bestow, okay, on you a beautiful crown. You see that, guys? This is how you get linked to your nation. Hear, my son, and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. This is a promise, guys. Possibly the restoration of your ex, right? That broken Y, that broken X that I keep telling you guys about. Mama says here that if you hear and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. That's a guarantee. I've taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the paths of uprightness. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. And if you run, you will not stumble. Keep hold of instruction. Do not let go. Guard her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of the evil. Avoid it. Do not go on it. Turn away from it and pass on, for they cannot sleep unless they've done wrong. They are robbed of sleep unless they have made someone stumble, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. That is rising up against the woman. That's that femicide. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. The way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know over what they stumble. My son, be attentive to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Let them not escape from your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, the precious sons, guys, and healing to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flows the spring of life. Put away from you crooked speech. Put devious talk far from you. Let your eyes look directly forward. Doesn't that go with God? Let your eyes look directly forward. Isn't that the act of the Ezer? To look you straight in your eyes? Didn't I tell y'all that last week? Let your eyes look directly forward. In number 25, guys. And let your gaze be straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet. Then all your ways will be sure. Don't swerve to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. Didn't I read for y'all the verse where the Creator says you'll hear a whisper telling you which way to go? Don't forsake this teaching of your father's wise instruction. Your father going to tell you you need to listen to your mama. That is the way it was made. Sarah is the chief, guys. That's the maternity of it all. Check this out. But what did Abraham do when the Creator said, you are to call her chief? Because that's exactly what the verse says. The Creator says, Abraham, you are to call her Sarah. Essentially telling Abraham, you're to call her chief. Abraham was made submissive to Sarah. Check this out. He didn't like it much, like most of the clownish men with the pen. So Abraham instead, in Genesis 21 and 27, even though further up, I need to get that verse, guys. I don't like coming to you guys with half of this. But see, when I do that internet search, it takes out my sound, so I don't like to do that. I'm going to have you guys have to do this one outside of this episode. Go back in further when the Creator changes Sarah's name. That is further ahead than 21 and 27. So this comes along after the Creator told Abraham who he's supposed to revere. Check this out. Instead, Abraham later on goes down the line. And so Genesis 21 and 27, Abraham bought sheep and cattle and gave them to Abimelech. And the two men made a treaty. A covenant. A treaty is a covenant. Right below, KJV going to tell you the treaty is a covenant. He going to let that out because he's excited about this treaty. He's excited about this covenant, right? This is coming out of Hebron. This is the confederacy. It's a confederacy of men. Watch this. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech. The father is king. That's what that means. It's a Philistinian religion right here. And both of them made a what? A covenant. They made a treaty. They made a covenant. Because the father is king, is more to Abraham's liking. This is the Abrahamic religions, guys, that we see where the woman got to walk feet behind you, right? Where she needs to cover up her hair to dispel your lust, right? These are the teachings. Let's go see something else Abraham did, even after the Creator told him, you're to call her chief. Further down, let's go see what Abraham did. And Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there he called upon the name of the Lord. Who was Abraham calling on? What Lord? Was it this father is king covenant bullshit? Was that what Abraham was doing? Because Israel is linked to Sarah. It's not linked to Abraham, guys. So this is where Abraham is obviously pretty mad that Sarah is raised up, just like Adam was, right, guys? It's an hatred. It is a deep-rooted hatred. Check this out. Genesis 4 and 26. Where did this Lord stuff come from, right, guys? Where did we get this Lord stuff from? Because Lord translates to ball, whatever. I don't give a goddamn about his name and how to say it right. It's the same deity that the Israelites keep getting into bed with, where they are the lords of their homes. It's linked to husband, it's linked to Lord, it's linked to bow. Do your research, guys. Check it out. And to Seth also, this is Genesis 4 and 26, there was born a son, and he called his name Enosh. Then the men began to call upon the name of the Lord, starting with Seth's generation. Someone or something having power or authority, huh? What power and authority do these men think they have? Because according to our Creator, Sarah got the authority. And Abraham is told to be submissive to that authority and answer to that authority. But he's making covenants with other nations, guys. So he's not submissive to this authority. He is revering this term Lord. And this term Lord represents the patriarchy, guys. It's the absurdity of it all, when it should be the maternity of it all. Who do we link to the patriarchy, guys? Who is your first patriarch? Who in the hell? No, I want to say this appropriately. Who in the fuck gave Adam the authority? Who gave him? Because we read in Genesis 3 that Eve is the mother of the living. I never read anything for Adam besides he can't stretch his hand out and take from the tree of life. Who made him a patriarch besides the men? The men with the pen. These clowns right here. These absurd clowns have been behind it all. They don't want you to recognize who's coming to rescue your ass. They don't want you to recognize that you have a mama. They don't want you to recognize that you should treat your mama with some respect. They want all of the glory to go to the clowns. Guys, it's absurd. Truly is. Your mama's for JJ. Have no doubt about it. Have no doubt about it, Israel. It's the maternity of it all. Because it's her seed. Much love to you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. It's your girl, SHAMAR, from the front line. Let mother guide you.